Hi guys, this is Sliver here, and today we have to talk about a feature that, if it releases as it is implemented currently on the Season 11 PTR, will cause the bricking of most of your items, including your Mythic Uniques. So let's go. You might have already heard that Blizzard in Season 11 is trying to reduce the RNG of getting your desired stats through masterworking and tempering. This way, it will be easier to get what you want, and there's a much reduced chance of breaking your items through masterworking and tempering. And this is a good change. However, and this is where the problem comes in, while Blizzard is minimizing your chances of breaking items through masterworking and tempering, they are introducing a new seasonal system that will almost always brick your items. So on the one hand, they are trying to reduce RNG regarding items, but on the other hand, they are introducing new systems that will almost always cause the bricking of your items. Let me explain. In Season 11, there will be a new feature called Sanctification, which you will have to do on every single one of your items. This is supposed to be the last step of your item's journey, making it so that once you have sanctified an item, you cannot masterwork it anymore, you cannot temper it anymore, and you cannot change the legendary aspect on it anymore. This means that you will have to do all of these upgrades first and then sanctify the item. So far, it's not so bad, but here comes the really bad part. When you are sanctifying an item, you will add one extra random quality to it. And when I say random, I mean random. This means that you have a chance of getting a bonus legendary power on the item, be it useful or useless. It can improve one of the affixes of the item into a greater affix. It can add the bonus affix from a pool of special sanctification affixes, such as making your gems more effective inside the sanctified item, or the sanctification process can just make your items indestructible, preventing it from losing durability. And this happens randomly, and it can only happen once. So once you have sanctified your item, you cannot re-roll it, re-sanctify it, or do something like this. Now, as it stands on the PTR currently, this process carries extreme levels of randomness within it. Just imagine using the sanctification process of getting a very useful legendary power that will boost your damage by 20% or something, and compare that to an outcome such as making your items indestructible, which is essentially worthless for your character. The difference between these two outcomes is huge. It can make an item useful or useless just by using this sanctification process. This process can also be used on Mythic Uniques, and the problem is Mythic Uniques couldn't be bricked previously, but now with this new process you could have a Shaco that is totally useless compared to a Shaco that is extremely overpowered. Just imagine getting an indestructible tag on your Shaco compared to a ridiculously overpowered legendary power or a greater affix added to your Shaco. As it stands currently, the power difference between badly sanctified items and well sanctified items is huge on the Season 11 PTR. Just imagine spending all the money and resources on a newly acquired item to temper it, masterwork it, add an affix, and so on, and then bricking it through the sanctification process. I believe that the sanctification has to be changed from the PTR when it comes to live servers, otherwise this feature will be very much hated in the new season, and there will be a lot of hilarious clips of people ridiculously bricking their items. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then feel free to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.